Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Boop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and happy Sunday. I hope everybody's having a great weekend, a wonderful weekend, and a great day. It is hot as Satan's butthole here in Western Pennsylvania. We have the air on. I'm inside. I've not been taking my own advice and hydrating with water. I have been hydrating with Diet Cokes, with icy Diet Coke straight from the can. So I need to get myself some water. But I'm not here to talk about my hydration. I'm here to talk about a follow-up on Justin Timberlake's recent legal drama, his legal woes as of late. Okay, so as we all know, Justin Timberlake, a few months back, was in Sag Harbor. He was with friends. He was drinking. He got in his car. He drove away. He was stopped by a cop and was arrested. So he was charged with the DWI. Fast forward, I believe there was a hearing he was not at because, as he told the cop, "Don't you know what this is going to do for the world tour? My tour!" So he's on tour right now. And so he was not at, I guess, the first hearing. He was at this hearing. It was on Friday. It was in Sag Harbor. So here's what happened. Okay, because you're like, please tell me what happened. So what happened was he actually took a plea deal. Showed up in court. He agreed to a lesser charge. He pleaded guilty to DWI. What is that? Well, that's driving while ability impaired. It's another way of saying, you were drunk driving. So he pleaded guilty to driving while ability impaired, which, like I said, is a lesser driving traffic violation. And then the DWI, driving while influenced, or maybe driving while intoxicated, was then dropped. So what does he get? What does he have to pay? What are what's his punishment? So here's what he was given. He gets a fine. He gets a fine of no. You're like, not $100, Debbie. Not $100. No. He gets a fine of $500. There is a $260 surcharge, and he gets a suspended license. His license is suspended for 90 days. It was already suspended prior. So he has it suspended for a total of 90 days. The judge was like, this is a little appalling. I mean, he's just really not getting much of anything. And he even the judge came out and quote unquote had said, this proposal literally allows the accused to say a few words and walk out the door with no period of accountability. That's another thing I forgot to add on there. He also, no, I did not forget to add it on, because I'm going to add it on right now. So basically, also what he had to do, I am going to add it on. Getting ahead of myself. What he had the $500 fine, $260 surcharge, and he had to make a public safety announcement, which I'm going to be reading at the end of this. And he had to make it like soon, which he did. He got the sentence, and he got his punishment, and they walked out the door, and then he made this public safety announcement, this PSA. The judge was like, that's not good enough, because basically he's just going to get a slap on the wrist. He's going to say a few words. He's not going to take any accountability. We got to tack something else on. So he was like, okay, we're going to have you do 25 hours of community service at a nonprofit of your choosing. Is that cool? Would you go for that? And I believe he said something like, it would be my honor. Listen, when he said it would be my honor, that gave me vibes of, if anybody watches The Office, it's when Ryan was fired from corporate at Dunder Mifflin, and then he comes back to work at the Scranton branch, and he's like, He's like, and I love helping my community. And Jim's like, well, that's because a judge ordered you. It was by court order that you had to help the community. He's like, hey, I don't need a judge to tell me to help my community. That's what this was giving me. He's like, of course, it would be my honor. Okay, so I had to throw that in because I have to throw the office into everything. So here's everything. Everything that he has is $500 fine, $260 surcharge, 25 hours of community service. That community service has to be done and completed within a year. And he has the PSA that he has to make. So he gets everything. He comes on out and he immediately starts talking. So I'm going to read it all because I wasn't going to write all this down, and I sure as hell wasn't going to remember all this. Okay. And I'm going to be reading it right from here. So you might see my lovely roots. Okay. So he comes out and he says, what does he say? So I don't know how many of you were in the courtroom and heard what I had to say in the courtroom, but I'll reiterate that and say this to you. Many of you have been covering me for a lot of my life. And as you may know, I try to hold myself to a very high standard for myself. And this was not that. I found myself in a position where I could have made a different decision, but I've had some time to reflect on that. And I also understand by, the fact that all of you are here, that I have a platform. You have a platform. We share that platform. And so what I like to say to everyone watching and listening, even if you've had one drink, don't get behind the wheel of a car. There's so many alternatives. Call a friend, take an Uber. There's many travel apps. Take a taxi. This is a mistake that I made, but I'm hoping that whoever's watching and listening right now can learn from this mistake. I know that I certainly have. And like I said, even one drink, don't get behind the wheel of a car. I also said this in the courtroom before, but I grew up in a small town, so I can appreciate and understand the strain or unique nature that this must have been on the people of Sag Harbor. But I just want to say to everyone who's been involved, from everyone in the courtroom to everyone outside, including the police department, that I'm very grateful, and I want to thank them. And in closing, I'd like to say we can all be more safe out there. Me especially. No, he didn't say that. I'm going to do my part. I hope that everyone else does their part, and thank you very much. And that was his statement. That was his PSA. And I guess that's probably going to be pushed. I would hope that would be pushed out to more. Like I was hoping when I hear PSA, I think like he's going to go in to like a studio and they're going to record it and then they're going to push it out as like over the airwaves. But I will say this. I mean, okay, he realized by being arrested that this is something that is wrong. Hopefully this is something that he learns from. Am I going to go back to being a Justin Timberlake fan? Because I was a big Justin Timberlake fan. I'm not. It doesn't have, it's not because of this. He made a mistake. He copped to it. He's gonna pay what he has to pay. It's because of how he treated Britney Spears. Like that book, in her book, he treated her fucking terrible. Terrible. No, I can't go back to that. But with this, I mean, okay, does it seem like a slap on the wrist? It does. But then that brings us to, then that makes me think of just how drunk driving and the punishment of it is handled in this country, which is like saying that the punishment for drinking and driving is lax is like a complete total understatement. So I'm not going to get into all of that, but that's what it is. He's doing a fine. He's doing 25 hours of a community service. He got that PSA out of the way. So and he can't drive for 90 days. So I guess Jessica, he's either getting a driver or Jessica's driving him around. So there we go. So in case you were wondering, Justin Timberlake, he's saying bye to that drinking and driving. So here we go. In the comments, let me know what you think. That was going to be a big burp because of all of the Diet Coke. I had two yesterday, one today. Don't worry, they were the little small cans, like the smaller cans. And with that being said, listen, tell me in the comments, like I said, what you think. If nobody told you yet today, you are loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, positivity, and understanding out there so it comes right back at you. Please take care of one another. Be aware of your surroundings. Be safe. If you're somewhere where it's extremely hot, please hydrate. Hydrate with water. Don't do like me yesterday and today and drink a lot of Diet Coke. It's tasty. It's refreshing. Don't do it. Drink some water. I'm going to go drink some water. As a matter of fact, next videos you see me in, I'll be drinking water. So, and if you're someplace where there is danger, whether it be weather related or not, please be mindful, be smart, be safe. I love you guys. I will see you a little bit later, actually. So I'll see you later. Bye, guys.